My script for this video begins with AEW is dying, a slow, painful death. But I wrote that weeks ago, and since then the truth has sort of revealed itself. That wrestling promotion isn't dying. It isn't going anywhere, it'll be here forever. As The Walking Dead. And Tony Khan doesn't have the balls to aim for the head. Call it tribalism if you want, if that makes you feel better, but I was a fan. One of my earliest videos was my favorite 5 WWE superstars that I want to see become AEW wrestlers. Well, as sure as the mighty have fallen in my eyes and the tides have turned, the time has come to reveal my favorite 5 AEW wrestlers I need to see become WWE superstars. My first pick could get construed as a bit of a cop-out, so let me start off by admitting that yes indeed, this wrestler was a WWE superstar once upon a time. But in that time, the WWE was super different. There was an egotistical madman in the gorilla position who didn't give Buddy Matthews an honest push. Finding himself back in WWE, under Triple H's leadership, he undoubtedly would be able to show a side of his wrestling ability previously unseen by the WWE Universe. His inclusion with a new coat of paint could introduce a much-needed credible threat to the recently stale mid-card. Then in time, when he's deemed ready, or just needed, he could easily slide into the main event scene. While these are all already extraordinarily good reasons to want to see him become a WWE superstar again, once you add in the fact that his return would probably make a certain mommy incredibly happy, then it becomes less of a want, and more of a need. Because around here, it's anything for mommy. At the moment, there's only one wrestler being utilized to the best of their abilities in AEW, as far as I can see. One that looks like she descended upon AEW from Mount Olympus. That wrestler's name is Megan Bayne, and she's been on an absolute tear through the women's division in AEW. Aside from that one weird interaction with Thunder Rosa, but I think we all know who to blame for that. It's clear as day in her physical attributes, her entrance, her movements in the ring, in her ring gear, in her entire presentation. She's a star, and if you ask me, it's only a matter of time before that star burns into a superstar. As evident by fan casting him as the MCU's Thunderball, I'm a big proponent of Powerhouse Hobbs. This Monstar has superstar written all over him. Loads of intensity, accompanied by an undeniable work ethic, and a strong foundation of wrestling basics. Even still, he could use some polish. The kind unavailable to him in AEW. The wrestling business was built on the backs of a lot of big men, just like Powerhouse Hobbs. I think it's safe to say that if he was around way back when, he would fit right alongside those we now hail as legends. Which inspires my next train of thought. I think he's deserving of the chance to make his mark at the place so many greats did exactly that. There are so very few things I could say about this next wrestler that he hasn't already said about himself. Probably a dead giveaway to their identity. Challenge accepted either way. Legend in the making, generational talent, gifted beyond compare are all accurate ways to describe him. 100% true beyond belief. Which is why it boggles my mind that MJF has stayed with AEW as long as he has. There have been so many things the wrestling business needed that it never got. And it seems to me the biggest in recent memory is the bidding war of 2024. I guess it could have been one of those things that happened behind closed doors. Paul Levesque on one side dangling storyline integrity, main event status, maybe a Wrestlemania moment, while asking for a few standard concessions. And on the other side, Tony Khan, high as a kite, with an unbelievable amount of money at his feet, plus the chance to be a big fish in a small pond. We all choose what we think is best in the moment. No harm, no foul. But I gotta say, when the opportunity comes around again, and I'm sure it will, I'm hopeful what's offered is too much for MJF to pass up. It would be truly game-changing for the salt of the earth. Just look at the wonders being at WWE has done for Ethan Page and Ricky Starks in such a short period of time. Once it does happen, I hope to hell Cody will be champion at that point. These two have unfinished business, and I would love to see it play out on WWE programming. It was 2019, during the December 4th episode of Dynamite, when I was beamed up to the Andromeda Galaxy, and I've never once looked back. And why would I? It renewed my faith in good old-fashioned wrestling gimmicks, thanks entirely to Chris Statlander. Many moons have passed since she's been in that gimmick, but that doesn't make Statlander any less special. Her hard work and undeniable charisma have endeared her to not only the AEW faithful, but really to anyone who loves and respects this business. But I'm not telling you anything the Andromeda Galaxy doesn't already know. However, with a potential move, there are questions. What could they do for her career, and what would the fans get out of it? Maybe I've given it too much thought, but those answers come really easy to me. First and foremost, they could offer longevity to her in-ring career. If you go back and watch her first Dynamite match against Sheeta, as I did to prepare for this video, you'll see a lot of power moves in that match. Knowing she would go on to get injured down the road turned to my stomach. There just doesn't seem to be anyone in AEW minimizing the risk for their wrestlers. Meanwhile, over at WWE, they take that exact precaution, with plenty of people behind the scenes that could suggest a better pace for matches to tell the best stories possible. Stories that could make some genuine dream matches a reality for Statlander, which by association could really illuminate everyone involved, and in turn, excite the WWE universe. And that's the list. If you're a wrestling fan and got to this point, I want to wholeheartedly thank you. Our fandom isn't exactly known for our ability to hear each other out. In return, I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments, even if you disagree. Until next time, take care, protect kayfabe for the younger generation, and if you see wrestlers in the wild, leave them be. They are people too.